Hey everyone, I'm really excited to be talking about this topic today. The topic today is complacency, and I entitled this, Are You at the Pool? And I got this from the story of when Jesus met the man who was at the pool of Bethesda. And he's been there for 38 years just laying down, just being lame. They didn't really say what was wrong with the man, but we know that this man laid on this bed and just complained about different things. He complained and complained and complained. And I want to ask you a specific question. And you don't have to answer. Of course you can't unless you do it in the comments. But how long have you been where you are today? How long have you sat at that same position, at that same desk, at that same location? How long have you been around the same friends and nothing have changed? How long have you been where you are today? How long have you just been in a management position? Or how long have you just owned one part of the business, but you're ready to earn another part? Now, how long have you been? How long have you been in your spiritual life? How long have you been where you are? Are you ready to grow? You have to ask yourself this question often to really reevaluate where you are today. I believe that sometimes we get to a point in our lives where there is a time for us to sprout. There's a time for us to grow. There's a time for things in our life to really come into fruition. But when do we take the next step to go? When do we see like, okay, I see I planted the seed. I see that I started to water the seed, but is it time for me to grow yet? Is it time for me to succeed? Is it time? So it's like we stay on this bed, just like at the pool of Bethesda. Are you at the pool? Are you growing? Where are you? And how long have you been there today? How long have you been at that same spot? And is it time for you to grow? And I believe just like money, we need to look at time as a currency. Time is a currency on the earth. And it's important how we use our time. We all have 24 hours in a day. But how effective are you when using your time? Are you really managing the time that you have here on earth the right way? Okay? And I'm going to go down to... if you want to read on this, it's John chapter 5, verses 5 through 9. And I want to look at, verse 6 was real important to me, because I looked at it and I said that the Lord will meet you where you are. And not only will he meet you where you are, but he'll meet your very need and fulfill those needs. And what's important to me in this specific verse, because everything is important to me in the Bible, but what was really stuck out to me was, if you had yet to see a sign from God or from Jesus that you needed to grow, here's a sign right now. Me speaking to your life, letting you know maybe some category or somewhere in your life there's an inconsistency or there's a complacency where you need to grow, where you need to move, where things really need to start to be manifested. It doesn't matter what age group you are, because a lot of people feel like, okay, well, since I'm young, I don't have to be there. Or since I'm old, I already have what I need in this specific area, so that's left up for the young people. It's not about what tax bracket you are in, but we all have a specific place or category in our lives where we need to grow or we need to succeed a little bit more. And regardless of who you are, where you are in life, let someone pour into you or reevaluate where you are. So Jesus asked the man, do you want to get well? So my question to you is, do you want to succeed? Do you want to grow? Are you ready to manifest what God has placed in your life? Are you ready for the business to thrive? Are you ready for the book to get published? Are you really ready to have the restaurant you've been waiting to own? Are you ready to have the beauty salon or the barber shop? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to get well? Do you want to get well? Going to verse 7, the man justified. He said, well, every time I turn around, there's either somebody trying to get in before me or there's nobody to put me in there. Stop looking at who's around you. Stop looking at who's not there and just start to writing the plan yourself. A lot of times we try to convince ourselves that since I don't have the right people in line, or the people in line, or so-and-so there, or so-and-so to fund the money, that we're not supposed to write down the plan, write down the vision. The Lord said, write the vision plain upon tablets. Make it plain. It's gonna happen. There is a waiting period, yes, but just because there's a waiting period, that you should not be complacent. You should not have a complacency mindset during the waiting period. A lot of times we sit and wait for somebody to come in our lives, and then, oh, let me write the plan now. No, the time is too late. The rain has come already. So be patient, of course, but it's what you do in the waiting period. Don't be complacent. It's what you do. You have to work first. Work first. So I like verse 8. So verse 8, Jesus told this man, okay, rise, take up your bed and walk. So now I'm just going to decree over your life and challenge you to pick up your stuff, pick up your pen, start thinking, start brainstorming, pick up those books. Stop complaining. Stop rehearsing the same things in your mind, the defeat. Stop being defeated in your mind. Stop thinking that you lost the war, and start to regain your consciousness and really go on a battlefield. This is what you are called to do. Stop sitting and complaining. Stop worrying about what so-and-so is doing. And I always say a lot of times, because it's a lot of times that we feel like just because somebody's getting blessed on the left, just because somebody getting blessed on the right, when is it gonna be my turn? I'm telling you right now, it is your turn. Pick up your bed and walk. There's no more excuses. There's no more complaining. And now your mindset shall be changed. Your mindset is changed. So I'm decreeing and declaring victory over your mind. You will no longer, after today, be complacent where you are. Pick up your bed and walk.